guys, it's Rise at Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona Beach, and today we have a controversial topic: Maserati depreciation. We all know it's a problem, right? That is one big reason why people aren't buying Maseratis brand new, is because of their depreciation rate. So I'm going to touch base on why I believe Maserati should change a few things and why the depreciation rate will change after they do these things. So guys, you are always grilling Maserati in the comments. Not you guys necessarily, but just whoever's probably watching this video who's gonna add their 2 cents. You probably added it in another video of mine, or just said it to a friend, or maybe said it somewhere else. But you always talk about Maserati depreciation. I even hear from potential clients about how buying a Maserati, they know that if they finance it, finance it to own, that it's gonna tank as soon as they drive it off the lot, which is true for all vehicles. It's just the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Now, what do I mean by that? Here's a perfect example. This Alfa Romeo Giulia is listed, and this is a 2019, is listed at $41,000. This can't possibly depreciate $41,000, okay? But a Maserati that is $100,000 could take a big drop of a depreciation of $40,000, but this can't. So the more money that you spend on a car, the more that it can depreciate, and that's just simple math. Now, Road and Track actually posted an article, and it's actually about the most depreciating cars that are out there. And Maserati, it even make the list. That's the crazy part. A lot of people talk about Maseratis depreciating, but they didn't even make the list of the cars that depreciate the most. I'll give you guys an example. The Chevrolet Impala will lose 66.2%, or around $18,000 off of the car's original MSRP. The Jaguar XJL will lose about 66.4%. You will also have cars like the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. You probably didn't realize that. Will lose 67% of its original MSRP. The BMW 5 Series will lose 67.3%. The BMW 6 Series loses 68.3%. The Ford Fusion will lose 69.4%. All right. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class will lose 69% of its MSRP value. The BMW 7 Series, okay, 71% of its value. Number 2 is the Chevrolet Volt. That was a wreck. It's gonna lose 71.2%. And the number 1 most depreciating car, the Nissan Leaf, at 71.7% of its value. Maserati is nowhere on this list. A lot of you guys don't think that Maserati should have starting prices at $77,000 and get all the way above $200,000 if they're going to depreciate the way that they do. Understandable. All right, we have used Maseratis, which I'll show you, that have lost value, and that's how it works in the market so far. But this is how I think Maserati should and will change that. This 2014 Maserati Ghibli SQ4 we have listed at $37,000. This 2016 Maserati Ghibli we have listed at $44,000. And this 2016 Maserati Ghibli SQ4 we have listed at $48,000. And some people might say that we're charging too much for these cars, even at the prices they're at. The Maserati Levantes feel the heat as well. This 2017 with 15,000 miles is listed at $60,000, which I know you guys are going to argue is too much for a used Levante. But why the argument? Even beautiful cars like the Gran Turismo take the hit as well. This 2018 Maserati Gran Turismo with just over 2,000 miles on it is listed at $130,000, when brand new last year it was $161,000. That's not all. This 2017 Maserati Gran Turismo convertible is listed at $119,000, only being a 2017 with 3,000 miles on it. Normally brand new, something like this is well over $160,000. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get rid of the watered down Ghiblis, okay? The Ghiblis that just come standard, nothing in them, basic equipment. All right, then you're gonna put options in them. You're gonna put the driver assistance package and the cool leather and the carbon fiber and all the great stuff, the Lusso package, Grand Sport package. You're gonna add all the cool stuff to it, right? All right, and then you're only going to order a few of them. You're gonna desaturate the market. You're not gonna dilute the brand. Not that these dilute the brand, but there's a lot more Maseratis on the road than there normally is. Now, Maserati only sells about 1,100 cars nationwide a month. That's still a low number. Maserati has that quota for us to where they don't want us to sell a ton anyways. All right, so you add more value because when you do go to buy a Maserati, it's a higher price Maserati, and there's only a few of them out there, so you create more demand. It's supply over demand. If you have a lot of Maseratis, you have a lot of supply, but you might not have a lot of demand. All right, so say this store here maybe gets 5 Ghiblis a month, and there are Grand Lusos, Grand Sports, they got the bigger motors in them, they got all the options. All right, then you're adding value into the brand. It's getting Maserati to being the premium brand that everybody feels that it once was. Now, what you guys may feel is that even though Maserati is going to be making some changes, the interior you feel is lackluster with the FCA merger. I hear it all the time. I've brought it up many times. You guys feel like the buttons are cheap, okay, because they're part shared with other FCA products, that they do not belong in this car. The reason why people have their feels about Maserati being a cheap brand now is because of the entry-level prices and the part shared buttons, as far as the window switch module and the lighting and stuff on the steering wheel for the controls. Everybody feels like, okay, they joined with FCA, they lowered their prices, they get into a base standard model Ghibli like Doug DeMuro did with the 2015, got in the worst, and I don't want to say worst, but the least expensive Ghibli he could find, and then based the whole Ghibli lineup over that one car, and then you criticize it, and that's what they see. You don't see the best of what Maserati has to offer. Does Maserati need to change the buttons around? Maybe so. Maybe that will, change you guys' mind once the price goes up, because you get the models with everything in it. You get the nice new buttons to change to gold or silver or platinum or whatever you guys would be happy with. And then you keep a few Ghiblis on the road and create that value. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and it didn't sound like I was ranting, venting, complaining, or blabbing too much. I was simply expressing my ideas on why these cars depreciate, why cars depreciate in general. I'm explaining other cars that depreciate just like the Maseratis. Also explaining what I feel like Maserati probably should do, probably needs to do to further value the brand. Just my thoughts, my ideas, and my opinions. You guys are gonna agree, you guys are gonna disagree. I would love to hear it in the comments below. If I got anything wrong as well, don't belittle me, but just educate me down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about what I said, and then your take on everything, on how you feel Maserati can improve and make the brand a little bit more valuable. But until the next one, guys, definitely like this video, get it up in the rankings. This one's gonna be a conversational piece, so you probably want everybody to see this so you can get their input and see if they agree or disagree with what you put in the comments. Subscribe and click the notification bell for more Ron's Rides videos, videos like this, videos on Alfa Romeo and Maserati, and definitely check out the links below, Patreon, all that good stuff, social media. I'm always posting little tidbits of videos. You probably see some of the stuff that's happening before it even happens on my social media posts, so check that out. Definitely appreciate the love. You guys getting a hold of me is really dope. So with that said, I'll talk to you guys later. Like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.